I'm here as a researcher, a health researcher. And what I have access to is an incredible, incredible amount of data looking at patients all across the board. Again, we know clinical trials enrollment for patients of color, especially patients who are in rural areas, really underrepresented populations of all kinds, is extremely limited, extremely limited. So we're learning from such a small group of patients. Here I had access to learn about so much more. I had seen the way my own family members were treated when they tried to access oncology care. And, to the point where I actually had a great uncle that I took as one of my own patients because, he wasn't really, one, being educated on his diagnosis. He didn't know what he had. He signed a chemotherapy consent without even knowing that he had cancer, if you can believe it. So, luckily, his diagnosis was in the realm of things that we treated at the clinic that I worked in. And so I thought to myself, like, was his experience unique? So I started doing research on it. I gathered my friends, all within, my statistician friends, my engineer friends, and we started really digging in and conducting in-house research, looking at disparities of care in multiple myeloma, disparities in breast cancer. We ended up publishing a lot of this data. And at this point, it was a labor of love, but it was something that I felt that I could share with the world. If my own peers in my own company weren't interested, I knew that there were other people who were not only interested, but really needed this information. I was able to rally an entire working group just to focus on optimizing race and ethnicity data so that we can really conduct this work responsibly and really gain the insights, again, with clarity. And we actually were able to fund a position that, again, all they did was look at health equity and health disparities. But it took a pandemic. It took the events of June 2020 to really, really get interest in it. Takeaway is that this is work that obviously we're very passionate about, but we need to bring rigor to it. We need to be the face of it, and we need to bring other people along.